The Navy didn't want them, until it needed them. Francis Eliza Wills and Harriet Ida Pickens. For decades, the United States Navy had an unspoken rule: black women were not allowed to lead. They could work. They could serve. But they could never be officers. Until World War II changed everything. By 1944, the Navy was stretched thin. The war demanded more personnel, more leadership, and more efficiency. And for the first time, necessity forced the Navy to reconsider who it was willing to trust. That year, 2 women broke a barrier no black woman had crossed before. Francis Eliza Wills and Harriet Ida Pickens became the first black female officers in U.S. Navy history. It was a historic moment, but not a comfortable one. Both women were highly educated and exceptionally qualified. Yet race and gender had kept them out of leadership roles for years. Now, suddenly, the Navy needed them. They were commissioned as officers in the waves, women accepted for volunteer emergency service, and assigned to train and supervise enlisted sailors. They wore the same uniforms, held the same rank, and carried the same authority. But their presence was closely watched. They were isolated, challenged, held to higher standards than their peers. Failure was not an option. So they led with professionalism, discipline, and quiet strength. They trained recruits, enforced Navy standards, and proved, day after day, that leadership had nothing to do with race or gender. They didn't fight on battlefields. They fought expectations. By the end of the war, their success was undeniable. Yet when the war ended, recognition faded. The Navy returned to familiar habits, and their story quietly slipped out of public memory. But the impact remained. Because once the barrier was broken, it could never be fully restored. Their service helped lay the foundation for future integration, expanded opportunities for women, and a slow shift in how the military defined leadership. The Navy didn't want them, until it needed them. And when that moment came, Francis Wills and Harriet Pickens proved that excellence doesn't ask for permission. It shows up, it leads, and it changes history. For more untold stories like this, follow Chronicles in Black.